Good evening and welcome to the Universal Joy Center. I'm Barbara Jean and I am delighted that you're here today. Let us begin in consciousness. Joy Center. As I relax into this moment and speak this word, I know that it is powerful and positive, creative, as I know that I am one with this universal intelligence. It is in that oneness that all things unfold, all things come to pass as a result of this divine connection, this infinite possibility. So I look at life as a journey. I look at it as an opportunity, and I realize there is no destination. The journey is one of forward motion, day by day, moment by moment. And as we continue to move with the flow of divine energy, we begin to create harmony and love, peace and joy in our life and in our world. So today is a new day, an exciting, beautiful, vibrant day. I accept it as such, and I know that all is well. And together we say, and so it is. Well, I'd like to give us our land acknowledgement now. And we're honored to be meeting on this land that many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people from across Turtle Island call home. We acknowledge and thank the original caretakers and knowledge keepers of this territory. In honoring the Dish with One Spoon Treaty, which protects this territory, we accept our responsibility to peaceably share and care for the resources that surround us. We also acknowledge, as inhabitants of these lands, that inequity and discrimination continue to affect our BIPOC and 2S LGBTQ plus family. We therefore strive to be allies and take an active part in reconciliation. Recognizing our ultimate oneness and acknowledging our reality, past and present, we commit to moving forward in a spirit of mutual cooperation. We are one. Miigwech. Well, today, first off, our monthly theme, I don't know if you remember, is awakening into possibility. Awakening into possibility. That's an important theme. Like if we just lived in a place of possibility, life would be amazing. All right, so tonight's talk is growing the good. What we nurture expands. Makes sense, doesn't it? So it's a really beautiful and simple and easy idea, life-changing. But just because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. I know, because I've already worked through some of this stuff. So growing the good, there's already good present in every life. So even if you're looking at your life and going, oh man, this is bad and that's bad, and no, stop that right there and go, there's good present. Let me see it. Let me experience it. Let me breathe into it. Let me allow it. So sometimes that good is going to appear as joy or love, opportunity, peace, or even connection. And sometimes it's quieter, a moment of calm, a helpful conversation, a small breakthrough, a single breath of relief. The question is not whether good exists. The question is, what are we giving our attention to? What are we giving our attention to? Because what we attend to, we strengthen. What we nurture grows. So often the mind is trained to scan for what is running, what is mixing, what needs fixing, what didn't go the way we hoped, what someone said or didn't say, and what might happen next. Oof. So the mind can become an expert at spotting weeds. Yes, but spiritual practice invites us to become equally skilled at noticing the good, not to deny difficulty, not to bypass pain, but to remember that consciousness grows in the direction of our attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Make sense? We're good with that? So let's begin with our central image here tonight. Imagine a garden, and if you plant flowers, water them, give them sunlight, tend to the soil, and gently remove the weeds, what happens? The plants grow, the flowers grow, not because we feed them, but because we allow ourselves to look after, to nurture. A gardener doesn't just throw seeds willy nilly and then walk away for 3 months. A gardener is out there every day removing weeds, watering, making sure that it's in the right sunny spot or less sunny spot, depending on the plant. So we allow things to grow. We don't force them. And so same thing with us as we're going through our life experience and we're looking at what we're doing and how we're doing it. What we want to do is lovingly tend to the soul of us. Okay, that inner force, that inner consciousness. You can't force it. You can't stand over it and shout, bloom, bloom. You do that in your garden, your neighbors are going to kind of question what's going on for you. Where are you at? They grow because you look after them. They flourish because they've got the sun they need. They've got the water they need, a little bit of fertilizer. The weeds have been removed. When you think of weeds in your life, that would be the negative thinking. Remove all of that. So what we're doing in our garden is truly the same as what we're doing in consciousness. Gratitude grows the good. Kindness grows the good. Peace grows the good. Encouragement grows the good. The inner garden responds to what we feel. So what do we feel? What do we feel any given day? Is it good and positive and productive, or it's something painful and annoying? Well, it just depends where we focus. So we know the good is already there. So sometimes people think this teaching means we must create good from nothing. But truly, the good is probably already present. It may simply be small, a tiny green shoot just breaking through the soil, a possibility, a moment of grace, a relationship beginning to heal, a shift in perspective. Our work is to notice it. Notice what's coming, notice what's there, and nurture it. What is noticed becomes strengthened. That's what we're doing. We're noticing, we're strengthening them, and then we're moving into life in a way that honors what we've discovered, which is really, really important. Doing the work blindly is not really doing the work. Okay, so I've got another story for you. I often think of a story about scenes, walking through a neighborhood yard. So the yard was nearly completely overgrown. I often think of a story about someone walking through a neglected yard. The yard was mostly overgrown, tall weeds everywhere, dry patches, messy corners. And at first glance, it seemed like there was nothing beautiful there. But then we noticed one single flower blooming near the fence. By kneeling down and taking care of that one flower, soon there was another, and then another. And over time, the entire garden changed. And life works that way. Sometimes transformation begins by ending something, starting something, but all of it is about tending just one small good thing. We have to tend our gardens, we have to tend to our lives. By doing that, we create big changes. One healthy thought, one kind choice, and one moment of gratitude. Absolutely life changing. And that we can do, right? That's fairly simple to do. We can do that. So when we're growing the good in our thoughts, a thought is a seed. So let's ask, what thoughts are we watering? Well, if we continually water fear, criticism, self-doubt, and lack, guess what? Those patterns grow stronger. But when we consciously water possibility, trust, gratitude, compassion, those begin to take root. Those begin to take root. And the mind becomes fertile ground for something to grow in, take root in. So there's an image of, two plants on a windowsill, and one gets water, sunlight, and daily attention. The other is ignored. Water she gave, but nothing else. And the same is true for the thoughts that we rehearse. The ideas we revisit become the strongest branches in our lives. I mean, think about it for a minute. That fight you had with mom when you were, 8 years old. Are you still running it? The challenge you had with a neighbor 4 homes ago or something. But every time you move, you go, oh boy, here we go again. In that moment, we're setting an intention for something to happen and not something particularly good. So we want to really pay attention. What am I thinking about? And where is that going to take me? So when let's say we have two plants in front of us, and one receives water and sunlight every day, the other is ignored. Which one grows? The same is true with the thoughts we rehearse, the ideas we revisit, the strongest branches in our lives. Those are the ones that are really, really working. Those are the ones that are, when you're sitting back going, oh, I'm so broke, or I can't do this, or can't do that. And you're saying no to everything because you feel like you have no money. What happens is that becomes your reality, and it will continue to manifest in the same way that it has been. So we want to shift that completely and begin to monitor what's happening out there, but not to the point where we lose ourselves in the process. In the workbook, she's written encouragement strengthens confidence, recognition strengthens connection, and love strengthens the trust. People often grow in the environment, but many people are kind of held back. Not because anybody wants to hold them back, but just because of the consciousness they currently possess. And that can change in any moment. And as soon as it changes, there goes our life. It's changing too. So we want to grow the good in ourselves. And perhaps most importantly, what good are you willing to grow in yourself? So think about it for a second. What would you like to grow? What is the thing that you think you're missing or you're not using enough? Maybe just write one word down if you can figure out what it is. So the words could be patience, courage, joy, peace, confidence. Choose one. Just one seed for this week, just one. because one well tended seed can transform an entire inner landscape. Yeah. So this week, I want you to ask yourself every day, what is one good thing I can nurture today? A thought, a habit, a relationship, a possibility. Water it, return to it, trust the process. The good in your life does not always need to be found. Sometimes it simply needs to be fed. So tonight, we become gardeners of consciousness. May we notice the flowers. May we water what matters. May we trust that what is lovingly tended must grow. Because life always grows in the direction of our attention and follows intention. So taking a deep breath in, let us go into a little meditation time. And I invite you to take these words in that I'm speaking and just allow them to touch your heart, connecting heart and mind. Just do the thing that feels right for you in this moment. I breathe life into this moment. I stand with a sense of liberation and freedom, joy and celebration. All that I have need of is right here where I am. All that is necessary, I already have it. Life is unfolding beautifully, marvelously. So I take this moment just to say thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for a journey that brought me this far. This is a beginning, a new beginning. So relaxed and at peace, filled with love and light, joy and peace, I know that this idea is fully formed as I relax and breathe into it. My mind is clear. My focus is on point, and I'm grateful for all of it. Now, before we go into our offering with Kathy, I just want to give you a closing affirmation, and I'm going to say the sentences, and then if you just repeat them, that will be terrific. I grow the good within and around me. I grow the good within and around me. I give my attention to peace, possibility, and gratitude. What I nurture expands. What I love grows. I am a gardener of consciousness, and my life blooms accordingly. And so it is.
Hi, everyone. As we prepare for our offering, I invite us to remember that giving is also a sacred yes. Each gift we share is a yes to this community, a yes to love and action, a yes to the continuation of this spiritual home, a yes to transformation for all who enter here. When we give from joy, we are affirming abundance. We are saying yes to the flow of good. And as part of this flow, we invite you to consider becoming a Joy Partner, our monthly giving program. Joy Partners help sustain this ministry with ease and consistency, allowing you to give automatically rather than remembering each week. It's a simple, intentional way to deepen your commitment and ensure that Universal Joy Center continues to flourish and serve. Thank you for every gift, every presence, every prayer, and every act of support that keeps Universal Joy Center thriving. Now, please repeat this offering after me. Bless these gifts and those who give them. May they be multiplied for the highest good. May they support love, healing, and transformation in this community and beyond. And may we always know the abundance from which they flow. And so it is. And the ways you can give is you can do an e-transfer to admin@ujoyc.ca, or you can go to our website at ujoyc.ca and click on donate. And you can even mail a check to Universal Joy Center, and we have many opportunities for you to join us. Our theme this month, as you heard, is Awakening into Possibility. Be sure to join us each week as we take this topic even deeper. All classes and general information will be found on the website at ujoyc.ca. Plus, the link is there for our Wednesday gatherings. However, I do want to bring your attention to a few things. The You Can Heal Your Life class that began on April 9th, you can still register for this class. There are only 2 spots left, so don't miss out on this opportunity. I did it the last time Reverend B gave it, and it was back, I think, in 21, so there's quite a span. And you've got Nick Michelli is inviting you to tell your hero story at the Intuition and Personal Power Workshop on Saturday, April 25th. And of course, our first Universal Joy Center fundraiser. Support our community by getting a group of your friends together for an evening of uncovering the truth of a cold case. Or come alone and meet others on Saturday, May the 9th. For those of you who are watching on Facebook or YouTube, thank you for joining us this evening. And please like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can join us right now in the Zoom room if you would like to ask questions, meet other members, or simply enjoy some conversation. The link is in the chat. And now Barbara will give us a closing treatment.
Thank you, Kathy. Let us join together in consciousness as we close out this part of the service. There's a power and presence in the universe that's infinite, creative, and intelligent, everywhere present, all powerful, all knowing. It is with that in mind that I accept to know that whatever I have need of, I already possess it. Whatever's necessary for the unfolding of my life experience here and now shows up in ways that are remarkable, easy, and quite fabulous. So I relax. I know that whatever I need to know, I will know it. That somehow whatever I need happens. Life just moves, it flows constantly and continuously. So I'm grateful, truly, truly grateful. grateful for the good that surrounds me, grateful for the beauty of this moment, grateful for life itself. It truly is a marvelous point in time. So, with a deep sense of love, peace, and joy, I will release these ideas into the law of mind, knowing that it is done. And so it is. Amen. Amen. All right. So,